Well, well, well. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing, testing. Where go? And I normally would keep my headphones on because I need to hear the keys, but today you won't be able to hear the keys, unfortunately. So anything I do on these keys here is just going to be the little sounds that you get, you know, uh, like this. And if you'll notice, maybe you can hear that it sounds different because it's a different keyboard. Actually, this is a completely different one, and is not here to replace the other one. Actually, the other one just happens to be away somewhere because doing some recording and stuff. And this actually keyboard is a different one that's supposed to be also up there. Um, Touter chord, but it's back with me right now because in this week time of space and stuff, trying to figure out if it can work because at a show me and the band had we had a couple weekends ago this keyboard just at the beginning of the show decided to stop having a pedal function. The pedal just decided to stop working, and it was working like less than an hour before in warm up. So I have it home with me today to try and mess with it, but um, the chords actually are not with it because foolish foolery of the biggest fools, of which sometimes I am the king of. And in this case, there's no chords, unfortunately, with this Korg right now. It's a Korg. So I wonder if you can even, looking at the video, it's like almost, it just looks like, you just see the 88 keys, pretty much, but you can't see, like this looks like a different piano. There's like a wood edge to it. And the thing, actually, I didn't change the stand or anything. This is the stand, it's a wooden stand that's meant to be with the other keyboard, the big, bulky other one. But this one actually fits in it, like, perfectly just right here. So I was thinking, well, since the other one's up there and I'm using this, I might as well see if I can use this one on the stream. And in fact, this even though this is from like '92, this is an older one. There is MIDI in this, and so if I had a converter for it, I actually could hook up to my computer maybe with this. So that'd be cool. But not only is that not the case, it's also the case that I don't have the chord for it that is power chord. I don't have the chord for it that is sustain, and even if I did, that wouldn't work. Um, and all of that stuff, or at least trying to get it to work. That's why it's here. But why it's here now is for me to just serenade you with some, you know? Oh, yeah. So today's stream is going to be a bit, a different one a little bit, because I don't have the keys, but we got topics, we got things to talk about. And look, we're only 3 minutes in. Wow. 4. Oh. Don't you love when you watch a minute change? Um, sometimes it's really not fun to watch minutes change. Hello, hello. Oh, we got a man in the chat. How are we doing, everybody? How are we doing on this fine day? See, now I have it where my mic is blocking, actually, my view of my own. See, oh, you can get a little sneak peek here. Oh, look at that action. Look at this. This lovely brown speakery beaker. Yeah. So to switch up, instead of me starting with a regular overture of me playing something, I decided I'd do something a little more exciting, or at least I said that like it sounds so planned. That's so funny. Well, when I was when I was switching this keyboard out earlier, I noticed that in the short amount of time that I've had this set up here, and this keyboard stand here, there's already formed. There's like a new cobweb, system that's over there, and I saw a spider in it earlier. Just as I was doing this, it wasn't like a big black like it wasn't like a beefy spider. It was very thin, and and I was like, I'm gonna just I'll kill this spider for us on screen, and you know, probably make most people enthused But maybe some people out there will go, no, you can't. Like, you know, it's life. Like, what do we do with this life here, this spider, you know? We got rainy and snowy days here in Michigan in April. That's been a thing that now is what we are used to. And we are used to it only now. Because I remember a time when it really did. And I'm sure a lot of people living in this world, living in this state have noticed it. But like it, you know, across everywhere, climate's changing, isn't it? And the subtle little small ways are the ones that really have like they affect my brain the deepest. Like the fact that we have snow and showers and sleet and all thanks, Amanda. It's the thing. It's like I'll get back to the spider on that in a minute. But you know, I remember a time when there really was like a defined, like winter, spring, summer, fall. At least in the times I grew up, you know, in the aughts or whatever. But now in the last like 8 years, roughly, I'd say. Like I remember when it snowed in October for the first time. It was on Halloween, or you know, first time for me, I guess. That I noticed it was on Halloween, it snowed, and it was like, wow, we already getting snow on Halloween. It was like, well, you know, it's end of October, beginning of November, like, you know, makes sense. But slowly since then, like, that was like 8-ish years ago. I feel like winter and summer have now just kind of like been like expanding to where the gaps between them, like what we used to know as spring and fall, I remember those being whole seasons that were temperate. And they were my favorite seasons, actually, because of that. Especially fall. I really love fall. And they're still around in a way, but it doesn't feel like it that much when you get snow. On April 4th. It's April 4th. And this is not new anymore. It's a thing. Now we get snow in the winter, in the Aprils. We get snow in the spring. And suddenly, what's going to happen is it's just going to go right to summer, basically. We're going to get like a weird mix of like a couple kind of decentish days. We already had a couple. We're like, oh, spring's here, right? But it's not. And summer is going to arrive. And that's like kind of how it happens going into the winter now. It just kind of gets cold really fast. It's either really hot or really cold, and the temperate days are getting smaller. The number of metaphors and microcosms in that, you know, one could make about anything. So if I try, I'll probably fail. There's just too much in that. It's too much existentialness. See, I'm worried now. See, the spider is gone. I don't know if I mentioned that yet right now, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh God, it's not there now. I was thinking, see, earlier when I saw it, I was like, oh, I gotta kill it. But I'm like, wait a minute. What if I killed it on stream? That'd be kind of interesting. That'd be fun. But now, it's not there. So, at least I don't think it's there. I saw it from the other angle. Let me like, oh God. Oh, it's somewhere else. Somewhere else. Fuck. See, that's the thing. It's not, you know, I don't know. It was a thin-looking spider. It's not like a daddy long legs. I used to pick those up as a kid. I used to pick up daddy long legs. Let them crawl on my arm. I haven't done that in a long time, but this one isn't even a daddy long legs. It's just like you know, it's like a pretty looking spider. It's like a spider that looks like, you know, the one like the Tobey Maguire suit. You know, like this like just very thin kind of sprawling arms and like a very small abdomen. It's cool looking stuff. And so I was thinking maybe I should let him be. Maybe this is a sign. There's in 2019, I was fortunate enough to be on a trip. I went on a trip with a jazz band, and we went into Europe. We went to France and Germany a little bit. We had just a little stop in Belgium, just a little taste of Belgium, and I got to get a waffle in Belgium. We got a Belgian waffle. But there was this. Sorry, I'm just reading some chat here. Yeah, yeah. He probably literally just heard me saying that, and now he's like, "I'm outie. I heard you. I'm not stupid. You're gonna kill me." See, we think we're alone. We think we can't be understood, but sometimes nature seems like it understands us better than we understand ourselves. When you say, yeah. Well, wherever he is right now, I hope he's enjoying every little moment of his little life. You know, the short lifespan that a spider probably has. That's another thing. It's like I had this thought when I was like a long time ago, but see, Spider-Man, you know, right? It's like everybody loves Spider-Man, but it's a spider, right? It's literally like we separate Spider-Man completely from like a real life spider. We don't even really. That's not even so much like in the. There's no like moral messages in the spider story about like, you know, like spiders themselves, right? I don't know. In my head, it's like, well, shit. If Spider-Man's not so bad, his whole thing, we love Spider-Man. He's like the most beloved hero like of all time. But he's a spider, something that universally is like hated, right? I don't know. Maybe there is something being said. Maybe, but I don't. I only know what I don't know. But yeah, so when I was in France, I believe it was, we were at this stop, and our bus driver is a guy named Jerome. Amazing dude. Um, such a good person to have be your driver for a big long trip where everybody's riding on a bus. Such a just awesome dude. Everybody loved him, and he at one point I had a moment with him where we were sitting on these steps on this some kind of official building. We were sitting out eating like lunch or some type of fucking meal, I guess. It probably I think there was like some kind of subs or something. There's a lot of stuff I ate over there that I couldn't even give you the name of because I don't remember. But we were eating this food, and I'm sitting on this next to this rail on the stairs, and Jerome was sitting somewhere next to me, like right here, I think, or no, he was okay. There's this guardrail right here. That's like the bar you help to walk down. He was on the other side of it, and I'm sitting on this side, and I'm just eating my food, and then I see there's like a spider web on this part of the rail, and there's this spider. He's just like crawling around, and he's like and my anti-spider instinct was like kicked in, and spider sense, I guess, fucking you could say, lol. But and so I was like and I was like trying to go away for a second, and I was just like I was gonna kill it, and then Jerome was like, no, don't kill it, don't no. And then I like stopped for a second, but the other thing, it was like in a matter of like 12 seconds. But I just did it. I found a thing. I squished him in like a paper towel or something, and I just killed the spider. I did it, and then he was like, you a disturber. You disturber. That's what he said to me. He said, you are a disturber. And I like felt horrible. I was like, it made me think about like, I'm like, God, I'm like, was that spider really a threat to me at all? Especially in that case, right? He was out on this rail, like I could have moved over. God, we don't mind stepping on ants, and stepping on spiders. But like, some people, I've met some people in the last while who are more chill with that stuff, and there's a drummer for my band. He's like, I was at his house at some point a while ago, and I saw a spider going across the floor, and I was like, oh my God, look at that. I said that, and Joe was like, oh wow, look at that, and then just let it be. Just let a spider go on like in his house, didn't kill it, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? So maybe this is a moment for me. Maybe I need to listen to Jerome and let this spider exist. Although right now it's not up to me. He's made his own path. Oh, we should name him. We should name this spider if he ever returns. Um, well, I was going to kill him with this, so Timmy. How about that? Timmy the spider. I want to play some music, but I can't. No, I cannot play my notes. That's how I really want to talk. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't know, man. There's something about a spider. Like, even though there's so many other, small creatures, small bugs, it's like that one has, just 4 limbs. It's, even though we are fucking so much more massive, it's like, we feel frightened. And, like, oh, they could bite us, right? And some of them are poisonous. We don't have poison, right? Only poison-ass attitudes sometimes. But we can't, shoot venom. Taste my venom. Venom. Wish I could. What if I played that on the piano somehow? We're able to translate that. But yeah, it's interesting how afraid we are of something. So, there is such a small chance that a spider will be your end. And most of the times when we're scared of spiders, it isn't even that they'll be our end. Even if they were to bite us, it'd probably just be like a spider bite, right? We get mosquito bites, we hate those. And the thing is, like, a mosquito is another perfect example of, like, literally, who can you tell, like, not to kill a mosquito, right? But they're just a creature doing their function, and their function is to suck the fucking blood out of your fucking veins. I probably should stop doing this shit and get onto my notes. But I'm going where it flows. We gotta release all of the... let the pain of our lives flow through our chakras. Or whatever those... I've only heard those words in the last few weeks in random places, so that's why it's in my head. I'm not really an expert on chakras or anything, but they're a real thing. The earwigs are also pretty annoying. I like how this stream turned into just us talking about spiders, but that's okay. That's all it has to be sometimes. And we'll see where, we gotta just, it's always expanding and growing. And, it makes sense. I titled the stream today something about, our weather. And, this is the time, this is spider season. It's spider season. It should be spring is what you'd call that. But it's just so weird calling this time in Michigan as a Michigander. It's so weird describing spring because it only exists now in, like, flashes. Flashes. I hope we have some better days this week in terms of the weather. I hope it clears up because right now as well I'm getting petitions for this campaign. Petitioning and campaigning and canvassing, it's all much easier on the body when the body is not freezing its ass off. I got a lot of weird feelings in my nerves lately these days. In my back, it's like I have a pain somewhere and I can feel it like the pain is somewhere else as well, but they're like the same pain. Like, I don't know. I mean, it makes sense me having, a connective tissue disorder of some kind. But, man, the weather. See, now I kind of understand some things that, like, well, I don't understand. I understand a little better. Like the weather, literally, like if it's raining outside, some people in my family, like, they'd be able to tell something, or they would just, they themselves would be like restricted by the climate, even if it was outside and like inside. You know, it's more okay. It's cold in this basement right now. Could be warmer, but it's always cold in this basement. So that's why I got this, and I gotta be all warm. You know, it's cold out. You guys gotta warm up. You guys gotta Let's get to some notes, huh? Shall we? Shall we? My mind's a bit distracted today, I'll say that. Not that that's really much new, but it's been an interesting weekend. I hope y'all's was not quite as interesting as mine. Although I kind of, what am I? Yeah. Okay. Just pretend you can hear notes, you know. Okay. There's always so much to talk about. There's always too much to talk about, even in an hour stream if I tried to fit in every single... So much happens in such a short time. I'm still, my head's still reeling about, the Madison Cawthorn stuff. And by Madison Cawthorn stuff, I mean the entire Congress stuff. Just the fact that Madison Cawthorn happened to be honest about something. Oh, orgies in Congress. Orgies of the people we've elected. And you know what, see, if it was just one side, like this is, Cawthorn coming up, talking about, he didn't mention any of the names, any of the distinctions of the people, but he, but he's a Republican, and he got a stern talking to by a lot of other Republicans, apparently. But here's the thing, that in itself proves something. In my hypothesis. Does hypothetical come from the word hypothesis? Are they both like related to the same word? I never thought about that. But if it was just one side, if it was just on the Republican side, right? You'd think we would have heard about it by now. If it was just on the Democrat side, you'd think we'd have heard about it by now. Well, why would there be any qualms about, talking about that dirt? Unless, of course, it is, again, just everybody, and it's not about your party at all. And they're just these. That's the thing. Imagine for a moment all this game that we've literally, through our own eyes, seen and learned how this game is a game, and how, we literally have the minimum amount of choice in our country of two parties. We have freedom, choice, the minimum amount. And these two parties, these two choices of yours, we're going to have so much control over, and, make you really think it's a bigger choice than it is. Like, imagine if, like, Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell, I guess, they wouldn't be on the same floor because one's in the Senate, one's in the House. But imagine if, like, they're having, like, a vehement, debate, disagreement on the House floor, the Senate floor, and they're like, I will not stand for your party's, intolerable, irreproachable, disgusting behavior and all these policies you stand for. And the other one goes, oh, this party is just, it's all this game. Oh my God, just cutting each other's throats, right? And then it's like the camera turns off, and Nancy Pelosi, she's like, I'll see you later, Mitch. Oh, like they're all just fucking each other. All these old, crazy, controlled people. Oh my God. It's too good to think about. It's too horrifying to think about. It's unreal. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I was thinking that too. I worry for this guy. I genuinely am like worried for Madison Cawthorn, a guy who I probably again don't, agree much with. Established Republicans, established Democrats don't agree much with at all. Um, when it comes to the real substance of giving a shit. That's the one issue that everyone mostly doesn't really seem to land on. But regardless of that, and in fact, you know what? That's the thing. Madison Cawthorn, he also is the thing. I don't even know that much about him, and I only really in this stuff. Um, I've heard the name Madison Cawthorn, and I've seen pictures of him before, but I haven't. Now it's like, okay, like that guy is Madison Cawthorn, the guy who is he's in a wheelchair, I believe, right? Um, so like, man, even if he wasn't in a wheelchair, it's very brave and crazy that he'd openly talk about something like that. That's the thing. I worry for this guy. I worry if he was like, But now I almost. What am I trying to say? See, if that happened, right, that would have to be like the ultimate breaking point. If he did, wind up mysterious circumstances and they found him, killed himself, right? A lot of people have been just killing themselves in the last while, mysteriously. And so if it happened to Madison Cawthorn, that would be. I worry for that happening, but at the same time, it's like I don't think it could, because if it did, whoa. Not only is he actually handicapped, and like that is, people would, there's so much. Why are there's like words in my head that I can't like find, but I know the thought I want to say. There would be backlash. I mean, right? I guess I can just say it simply, but there's backlash to all this stuff, but it's building and building. One of my episodes called it because I really don't understand, and it frightens me that I don't understand. It frightens me that somebody so insignificant could be caught up in something like this, and that's Bob Saget. Bob frickin' Saget died under mysterious circumstances, and what the police said at the crime scene or the death scene, whatever whatever they said doesn't actually line up with what a lot of coroners reports since have, and doctors, and talking about the the bludgeon that went to his head that said you could only die from that either from falling from a 20-story building or from getting hit over the head with a baseball bat. And I worry, man. I worry for this dude, even though I don't probably agree with him on policy stuff. But if Gas and Cawthorn would be taken out, there'd be nothing. There'd be nothing anyone could say, that would make people think it was an accident. So that'd just be. I don't even want to think about what what responses could be from that. Consequences. What are you asking specifically? What do you need clarification on? Someone's asking. I said something about consequences. Da, 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 I'm having too much fun. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. You were like, give me a word I was looking for. Yeah, that's the thing. I guess that is right. Consequences. Yeah, I guess I didn't say that you were giving me that. Thank you. I forgot my own questions I was asking. Yeah, it's there's just so many consequences of all this. Like this right now. I mean, that's the thing. This should be the breaking point for me. For in my my breaking point, was a long while ago, really. But to me, I don't see how anybody could look at this and have any. Oh, I'm not trust. Wait, hold up. Someone's calling me right now. I'm just gonna answer this on stream, okay? And it might not take long, but hold up. Hi there. Oh, nothing much. I'm just having a good time. Oh, oh, could we talk? Could we talk about it like maybe sometime later? Maybe. Can I tell you something? I'm streaming right now. Yeah, I answered your phone on the stream because I thought it might spice things up. Uh, so right now you're on stream with me, but they can't hear you. Uh, because I didn't know if you'd want to be heard or not. But it's so good to hear. You want to say something? Do you want to say anything? Do you want to say anything to the world? No. Okay. Okay. Well, it's always Okay. Bye. 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 That was fun. What's crazy? I actually had like a weird thought this morning about someone. The person I was thinking wasn't actually that person, but I felt like I pictured someone calling me on stream today. I can't see me saying that makes me sound like a crazy person, but I like because someone just called me, so I had to answer. It's not like this crazy thing in the world. Someone's called me on stream. I think once before. There's been one other time on one of these streams where somebody called, but it was in the tripod as well. And even then, I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have answered that one. But that was from somebody who actually doesn't call very often. Yeah, gotta take your opportunities when they're given to you, especially ones that are right in front. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Maybe this is a bad idea because maybe now I'm incentivizing something else. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, hello there. Someone who's watching this stream right now, I think, just called. Um, yeah, but they hung up immediately. The bastard, the rat bastards. Oh my God! See, this can't. Oh, this is just the stream we're having today? Is this gonna be? Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Yeah? 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 Oh, that's a good one. He already hung up, and there was no joke. Um, Same person. If they call again, I'm not gonna answer, because now you waste your time. But if you wanted to say something, that was it. Those are your two chances. But I would have put on speaker. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. As much as on these streams, I'm going through emotions of, I'm sure it seems like I really, I'm letting everything go where it goes. Um, but I do, I spend a lot of time in my head, very much. And even right now, dude, every time I'm on here, so much in the brain in my head is just thinking about, oh God, are you doing this or are you doing that right? Is this going to be received in the way you want it to be? And I just have to look at that and accept that it doesn't really matter because what we do always will be received, how they will be received. And we can't go back in time. can only look forward and do our best to help ourselves be received in the right ways. And so, a stream like this right now, I haven't really focused on anything like a political issue, I guess, for like a minute. Other than not McCarthy, Kevin McCarthy is related, but Cawthorn stuff. But even then, I'm kind of continuing off some other stuff I've already talked about, but oh, damn it, see, I started that sentence with a point at the end, and I worked my way through it, and arriving on the point, it's not there. You're like, damn it. Yeah, okay, I got it. I remember the point. The point is that, regardless of all this stuff, and how I might be, embarrassing myself on here, might be saying some whack things. It's all okay, because there's always just way more heavy, possibly depressing and problematic and challenging things going on, not just in my life, but in every person's life, other than whatever little, things I might mess up on here. And some little things turn into big things, and that's why I have to be responsible and careful of your own, we all have filters we put through ourselves. And I'm not without them. I just try and take them away as much as I can in a good way, because we have too much filtration in politics right now. That's it. We just have too many filters that somebody, a whole person, a whole human being with different ideas and feelings and situations, they come out and they're like, I'm a Republican and I'm gonna cut your taxes and we're gonna get the deficit down. And then on their side, it's like, I'm a Democrat and we gotta find these market solutions and get these jobs back. And I'm gonna pander to just about everybody I can right now. I don't know how a Democrat turned into a Southern accent, but it used to be that way. The Dixiecrats, they're all. I wish I could see them more genuinely. I wish so. See, in these genuine moments, like in Cawthorn's statement, that was an unfiltered moment. And wow, whoa, consequences for that thing you said there, right? Maybe bad, right? But actually, no, it's good. It is good that you said something, Madison. Like, holy shit, your honesty is really important. Every single person that's there has the power to be honest. And, like, we can have so much positive consequences on this world if we chose to be honest. But the more we choose not to be, and then this is when things come out. Oh, chaotic, crazy consequences abound. Oh, bro, consequences. My uncle. Did I say something about your uncle? Oh, okay, now yeah, Did you give him a chance? Did you? Okay, now I get it. I don't know how I genuinely read that as like a genuine question. I was like, I didn't even know you had an uncle. Well, I'm sure you have many. I'm sure you have some uncles. None that I know. None that I know with the name Ben. Alright, let's see. We got 20 minutes more here on the stream. Oh, look. Someone replied to a comment. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, look at that. Bro, you love it when a comment you make gets a like from the creator. It gets that little heart by it. I feel like I've only had that happen to me like 3 or 4 times. This is probably the 4th or 3rd. I'm trying to remember what this video actually.
If I put $1 million
Hold on 1 second. Just one second.
in your bank account, you'd be pretty stoked, right? It would be the best day in your whole life. That annoying email from your boss, who cares? You're a millionaire now. But what if I told you accepting $1 million meant you don't get to wake up tomorrow?
All right. Since this is what we're going to, I'm gonna just show you guys this now. I'm gonna see if I can share my screen.
You'd say, hell no.
No
Why? Because it's a bad deal. Can we just talk? If I put $1 million in your bank account, you'd be
Okay. I guess it's not happening because it's a short. It isn't a video, so I don't even have control over it. So you know, it's not worth it. Even though it was a good short, and I responded to it, and it's really good actually. Some great. You guys should hear this stuff, but that's fine. All right. See, this really is the part where I try and play something. Because that's what this is here for, you know. So I can fill the gap a bit. Even if it's a little awkward sometimes, you know. Sometimes music's a little awkward, but so is everything sometimes, you know. Oh, like this is life right here, you know. This is just unfiltered, just breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in, you know, you breathe out, you exhale, you inhale, you percussively slam your hand continually on a tritone. See, I actually should. Earlier when I was jamming a bit, I was playing nothing. I was just kind of feeling out. I should actually just for fun play something, and like there's no sound. I can't hear. There's no sounding being produced, but play it on here, and like you know you can see it. I wonder if some some madman down the road maybe could like just figure out what I'm actually playing, right? Maybe. Let me think. I already messed it up, but you can't tell, can you? I did this once a while ago. I'll finish there. Don't need to do an extra verse. Don't need to torture you guys anymore with that. There's a stream already on here somewhere. I think where that is kind of done because the sound cut out for the keys when I was doing it, and you just can hear the or oh, and a while ago when I used to have it where I was trying out streaming on Instagram as well, like in a similar angle. But part of the reason I stopped doing that is because the phone isn't connected to the computer or anything, and really this is like the way to watch the stream because you can hear you can hear the keyboard not right now, obviously, but you can hear the microphone, everything. So on the phone, it's just this. Not only is it really horrible quality all around, but the keyboard's in my headphones. So you literally just on Instagram just hear me go. A couple people told me that it was kind of funny to watch, and I'm glad. But keys are, we always want to be able to hear it, don't we? I could pull out that thing that I pulled out once a week or two ago, the melodica. I don't really feel like pulling it out right now and being that annoying. I feel like annoyed enough not having this keyboard. I feel naked without my notes, I need to be able to hear it. He's an acoustic over there. I just want to jump and play right now. I wish I could wheel it over here. But then you can't hook up an acoustic piano to the MIDI now, can you? Well, that's where it feels the most, when you're playing. I don't know, I consider myself really, I play these keys, and wherever these keys, land, and wherever they're at, I can do my best to play them. But really, I don't know, I feel more, I classify myself in my head I'm like, I'm a piano player. The piano is what I like to play. And keyboards, are a representation of a piano. And you can put different sounds on it, and it becomes a synth. It becomes an organ, and an actual, organ is its own beast. There's so many different versions of mastery on a keyboard. But really, I always just feel the most at home when I have like a piano, and you can, whether it's stand up, an upright, or a baby grand or a grand, anywhere. It's just the strings you can, like when you're sustaining, and the way you feel. There's like an unconscious That's the thing, because the sustain pedal on this went out, and it's so unfortunate. But what was fortunate is that the first song we were playing in the concert was a song that starts out with me on keyboard. Just me on keyboard and vocals coming. And so when we were doing it, immediately I was like, don't have a pedal. Pedal's not working. So figured that out, and we were like, spent like a minute trying to figure it out, and we're like, well, can't do that, so I guess we'll just have to play the whole show without a pedal, which is what I ended up doing on this thing. And it, did the best it could, but without a pedal, it's so that's to me when it feels really more like a synth and stuff. And the little Moog that I play with as well, it's like a little vintage keyboard thing from 82, I believe is the year. This is from 92 or 91, and that one's from 82. And that's just a little real synthesizer. All the sounds on it you actually are able to control and mix and mash, and it's so much fun. It's hard though, and it's different of the parameters of playing a piano. A piano, you have, it is this giant, it's like a harp. It's like this beast of a thing, and you just come here and play it, and you only get this one sound. It's whatever the tone is of the thing, and there's something about that you can't really change that, and all you have is there's a feeling, man. There's a feeling when you're playing a piano that only if you're a piano player, really, I think, could somebody kind of understand it. That makes, I don't know, whenever I'm playing a keyboard, it is always it's the best keyboards I play, the best keyboards I've ever played, feel awesome, they're fun, but they are just doing the best job like a keyboard can do at like recreating, like, to me, it's like these, most keyboards have plastic keys, and it's like, why do we have these white keys? I'm like, it's simulating ivory, and it's there's a feeling, there's a weight to a piano, which is why we have weighted keyboards. It's trying to simulate, it's doing its best, and some keyboards do such a good job of simulating a piano show or piano feel. Um, but it is still is always the best attempt to imitate that, and it's versus playing a real piano. It just everything feels like a toy almost, and toys are fun as hell, and I love toys. It's fun, but uh, there's like three big factors in my eyes um, to a keyboard that are like primary, and that is sounds. Because keyboards have their own sounds that if it has MIDI, you can make it whatever sound you want, but keyboard has its own sounds and in its own bank, and the way it feels. That's a whole just part of it. If you want a keyboard with own good sounds on standby, so you don't have to, bring a computer with you everywhere you go. There's size and portability, and this is one that both these are just really heavy and nice. And you need that for feel, which is the last thing, is feeling. And how it feels to play a keyboard really is, to me, like the most important. But it seems almost most of the time you can only get like 2 out of the 3. Because the thing, while this is got 88 keys, nice, it feels nice. This is a really good feeling keyboard, and it has good sounds. Man, is it heavy! This keyboard is so heavy, lighter than a real piano, right? So as much as I, shit on it for being a toy, it's easier. It's the reason we do that, because you can't just portably transfer an acoustic piano. It's just it happens to be the instrument I've attached myself to the most. But switching between an electric guitar to an acoustic is much easier than a piano. Much more expensive. Much more strenuous on the body. Much more everything. But could all be worse, Could all be even more. I mean, I think it's rough having to bring in a giant heavy keyboard. But God, I've so much respect for people who choose to be live performing drummers, because just if you're a drummer and you have a lot of drums, and it's like, to get to what you want to do, you have to put in so much work. You have to carry the most. You have to be I wish I wish I could carry a drum set in and out, and I don't know if I could do that. I don't think I could be a drummer just on that part of it alone, carrying your own drums and having to transport all that stuff. God, see, what if I just started? What if I got like a giant van and I just had a big ass piano in the van, and everywhere I'd go, I'd just wheel around like a baby grand. That'd be funny. Well, we're coming here to the end of the stream today, and I do apologize for the bit unorganized fashion of today, of all of them, and I'm not really. It's the thing I want these streams to be good. But honestly, I just need to do better, actually. Yeah, it's just a lot to do. I have these streams, here placed on these days so that I can always have this mindset to come back to, of like a recurring thing. But every day I just have a lot to digest. Oh, sorry, I haven't read these chats in a minute. I can I mean I can play an organ to the best of my ability. I can't play it like a real like organist. Like there are like that was the thing, pedals with those are they have their own and playing like a Hammond or something is even different, like like a church pipe organ actually. Like that's like a real like organ, right? And that's not, it's not like a rock organ. It's not something but even that there's so much, like it is its own beast of like and there's these giant pedals that are not they're different than sustain pedals. They are this thing I can't even describe to you because I don't play church organ. I didn't play the score to Interstellar. um but somebody who played the Accordion Interstellar on a real church organ, and it's such this I think like an organ sound, a synthetic organ sound, is doing its best to emulate something like that, something like a well, something having as fun as the Moog is so much fun because that thing is doing what that's it's not so much trying to replicate anything. A lot of it's going for you can't. The point is not to sound like a piano on a Moog synth at all. Um, and so I don't know, as I'm coming more into trying to master synthesizers, I'm kind of coming away from my just that's the thing. I have this very man, the piano. It's just there's a part of me that's just like tied to like just a piano, any piano. I feel like I have a love affair with. Um, um, well, yeah, okay. I really appreciate that feedback, Amanda. That's the thing. That's kind of what I'm trying to go for, and where stuff like this, can fit in hopefully easily because I'm trying to be able to establish this openness. It's a conversation, Everybody conversations how we would normally talk in life are very sporadic and not nearly as formal and censored as our politicians who have orgies behind closed doors. But we're trying to, above all else, in the moment, you must try and just have a good time, in my opinion. And that's my opinion, my advice to myself that I give. It's because, there's a lot of things we can't control. You can only control yourself and how you receive the world in front of you. That's part of why I do put so much energy into how people receive or might receive something I say. But at the same time, you have to just do your best. I have to do my best to receive this world in front of me as it is, because this camera, this microphone, all this stuff, that's real. Like, this is the real life in front of me right here. The spider. Let's see if the spider came back. Alright, well, you know what? The spider isn't back, but you know what we can do? It's a thing. Best of both worlds. Compromise. Good old political compromise here between me and Representative Timmy over here. He's back! He's back right now! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I want to take this camera off and show you. I don't think I can. I don't think the cord will reach. I've never I should. I think I can't. I've left it in this stand here this whole time. I almost want to show you him. But I mean, this is his homework. What if he... See, now I've given it a name. I've given him Timmy, and now I'm getting attached to the freaking spider. I'm about to kill it. But he's back now. It's crazy. I literally just looked there. He wasn't there. And I looked there, and he's there right now. He's there right now. Let me take a... Let me, Okay. Okay, tell me if you can see. Yeah, oh my god, you can see it! See, you can see it right there. I just took this picture right now. Need a little different color action on the live photo. Whoa, whoa, live photo. God, Apple, you make life so heavenly. All right, it's 6. Oh, kind of want to go, but all good things must come to an end. Yeah, he will be with me when I sleep. See, I have to leave him now. See, I brought up the Jerome shit. I have to leave him. I have to leave him. I have to listen to what good bus driver Jerome said. Good thing he left. I literally was going to just kill him right there at the beginning, but he left and gave me time to rethink myself and this world we inhabit. It's the world he inhabits right there. That's his literal habitat. What I think of as his house. Fucking look at all this stuff. A dude is living here. It's his whole habitat. It's his whole life. His whole world is just this. Here's a piano stand, you know. Someone let him live his life for now. You know, at least he's over here. And if I crash, you know, I saw it crash sometimes down here in the basement. I'll be sleeping at least over by the other cobwebs. Oh, thank you guys so much. All right. Until next time, peace and loves and doves and birds and bats and spiders. Oh my!